Hey, and welcome, guys. Today, I hope you guys have been having an awesome day. I just want to turn this monitoring off, and yeah, we're gonna be tackling a very much requested video today, and that is how to add some glaze onto your diamonds in your renders. And it's been a video that I know has been people been asking for quite a while. So yeah, we're gonna jump into that today. But before we do, how are you guys doing? Shred, how's it, brother? How you doing? And yeah, so I'm not gonna go through all the rendering and stuff today. So I've already actually rendered out this ring here. So I just rendered out a short animation like this just for the purposes of this tutorial. And what we're gonna basically do is just add some glaze onto it. Hey, Polygon Gem Studio, how you doing? And the reason also why, hey Roman, is why I've got my Keyshot open is I want to show you guys how the scene is sort of set up, because that's also an important thing for your glaze. Hey Ganesh, I'm doing well, brother. Help it yourself. So what I want to show you guys here real quick is I got a ring here, and I have that same environment we created in the previous stream that I used. I added a few more spotlights to it so that we get some sharp reflections in the or refractions in the gems, because they're going to be needed. and I haven't tested yet, so let's just hope this works out well without having to go and make some adjustments. But essentially this is just going to be the piece of video that we're working with. Hopefully everything goes well. But I don't see that it would be a problem. So yeah, what you're gonna need to be able to do this is so like I said in the previous one, I thought it would be free to add these glares, but you do need DaVinci Studio to take advantage of this. So what we're gonna do, let's hop over into DaVinci here real quick, and I'm just gonna pause this out here, and we're gonna hop here into DaVinci, right? So I just started a new project, and then all we're gonna do is oh wait, before I do that, you've got some spotlights and everything on your Keyshot in your file as well. So kind of here I've got my metal, and I've separated them in render layers. So there's no big center gem here. So what I did was I just assigned all the gems to the same layer, which is the gem layer here. And then yeah, we've got our basic environment of some sharp pins that's set like 20 brightness. And yeah, how I rendered this thing out is actually I used TIFF, and I rendered out all my layers as well as the refraction layer. That's important because the refraction is what we're going to use to calculate these glares. So without further ado, now that you kind of know the basic setup of it, and I didn't render out a large what you call it, a large ring, so or a large resolution I mean. So what I'm just gonna do is I rendered this out into streams. Where's this file? So here's all the frames essentially, right? So something that would be important would be you have your main ring here, and then you kind of need the refraction on here. So the only thing, I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but at least, or maybe let's quickly try, because I know there's a way to do this via this thing here, but I don't think it's actually possible. Oh wait, yeah, we have the metal, then we have the ring. Okay, so let's bring the ring in, and this is, let me just do this so I can actually see what's what here. So we have the ring, and then we have the refraction. Refraction is what we're gonna actually need here. And yeah, so then I'm gonna go over to my edit page. I don't really know how to use Resolve all that well, but I'm gonna bring this into my edit page. So we have the ring here. This is the animation, fairly simple. And then I'm hoping we're gonna get some nice glaze from this. So I'm gonna bring in my refraction layer, and here it is. Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought it had pave on it. And then, so first thing first, what we're gonna need, the effect we're gonna look for, right? Right here in your effects tab, in open effects, you're gonna search for aperture diffraction, and we're gonna drop that there on the pave ring, and you can already see where we're going with this. And on the aperture diffraction, you've got if you don't have your inspector open, you can open it up here under effects. Here you can start playing around with it, right? And you might say, okay, no, but where's the actual ring? So it's underneath. So one thing that we have to do is we need to set this composite mode to add, right? Why is it doing that weird? Okay, and then under the effects, why is it blowing everything up like this now? Okay, it might just be that these ones are a bit too bright. Oh, we're on final composite. We're on the diffraction patterns alone. So, like, obviously this is too much now, but we're gonna start dialing it in now. So what I want to do, I want to hide this at first so you can just kind of see what we're doing. And then I'm gonna turn the brightness here down a bit. Increase these ones a bit because we don't want them all over the show. We just want them here and there. Alright. And let's just kind of see what this looks like. They're still a bit too bright and too many of them. And then, yeah, this is already looking a little bit better. We can tweak it further. We can up that, increase the brightness slightly. And if it's showing too much color, and you don't like that, you can actually colorize it here a bit. Just take away a bit of the saturation. And there's a lot of changes you can make to this. For instance, let's say you want to decrease the size of it. And then we can increase the gamma or decrease the gamma a bit. And the brightness ever so slightly. And now you'll start getting some nice subtle glaze every now and then. Which will actually, if you look here, if I zoom in, it's giving you some nice colored glaze, which isn't really possible with Starglow. I know Starglow you can kind of pick here and there, but this effect has worked the best for me. And I mean, if you look at the glaze here as well, they're multicolored, they change colors as well. So as they go, you'll see kind of, if I'm focusing on this one here, it's going like a blue, green, yellow, red. Like they change colors as well, which looks a lot more natural than your glaze that you get from Starglow. So this is a very quick and easy way to get some very nice looking glaze. It's the method I'm using currently as well. And to be honest, this here, it produces good results, and I'm still playing and getting used to it and playing around with it to get some very nice results. But you know, like you've got control over your scale, your brightness, how many you want there to be. Like obviously that looks like a disco ball, which is not ideal. But I mean, you can kind of fine tune it here. You can change the chroma shifts as well. It might be better if I actually do this and remove the color from it. But you can kind of change the chroma shifts on it as well. Where do you want it to go? You can rotate these. You can set how many you want of these. Like if you like these kind of glaze, you just set the iris shape to square. And then all of a sudden you've got those kind of glares, and you can rotate them or however you want them to be. You can set your HV angle, your horizontal and vertical ratio essentially. You can set your curvature, and that will actually split your things as well. But yeah, that is for the most part how I actually render glaze. This one I think still needs some fine tuning. I see we're lacking some bright spots when it's snap dab in front of us. But yeah, we can make this brightness a little lower, and you can increase this brightness here, but I usually find that it dulls the effect. So that's also a way to control how many of them there are. And then you have your gamma and your smooth. So if you were to hide these, you'd kind of see what each individual thing does. So brightness, I believe that's similar to the star glow's threshold. Not too sure. You can control the gamma. You can increase your gamma. That's also a way to reduce the amounts that they are. And it'll kind of shift your colors as well, and you can up the smooth. I think that's your threshold smooth value. So if we were to go here with the new changed effects, and then the morph amount you can also up, and it'll kind of take away some of them. I'm not really liking this shape. I like the hexagon ones. And then without any, no, not hexagon, is it pentagon? No, it's hexagon. Yeah, I like these ones. And yeah, then you can just play around with the brightness and the gamma again a bit. And then what you'll notice is sometimes if you increase your gamma too much, and you play the video, sometimes you'll see nothing happens. Okay, something's happening here. From what I've seen, sometimes if I reach a certain threshold, nothing happens when I play back the video, but if I like scrub through the timeline, it still does something. Now, let's say I'm gonna quickly fine-tune these ones. They are way too saturated and they're way too big, so I'm gonna make them smaller. I'm gonna decrease the gamma on them, and I find it a bit easier working with them from like here. Like they're just a bit too bright. And you have this normalized brightness as well, which in all honesty I'm not sure what it does. And then this will probably be closer to what I would do on these ones. And, if the glares are too, how can I put it? If they're too visible for you or too defined, like they're too sharp, like something I tend to do then is just go here, add a little bit of Gaussian blur onto them, and yeah, you can here through that kind of just blur them out a bit, kind of see where you like them to be, just to make them less sharp. More of just like an addition. It shouldn't pull the attention away. It should just be like an addition to something. Like you see it, and then before you can get to look there, it's already gone, because that's what diamonds do. Hey, Polygon Nut, pleasure, brother. And yeah, I think this has probably been one of the best kept secrets of a lot of visualizers out there. I'm not sure if all of them use this method, but this is the closest I've gotten to how some people get their glaze, as opposed to people who natively use Octane for their glaze, because I don't think they use DaVinci for it. But if you're a Keyshot user and you want to get some nice glaze, this is definitely a method that I would say that you can use to get some nice looking glaze that looks natural, and you can determine your style on it, and it takes a bit of playing around. You have to have sharp highlight pins, like these ones here, these that I have here, and I think I have one there and one there, but like you have to have those things because they are gonna be the ones that causes the glaze in the refractive. And I think you can do this with reflection as well, but you won't really get the colors. I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, I'm still learning how to properly matte out stuff in DaVinci. Because if I take this ring here and I want to map out the metal, and I drag in the metal here, and let's say for instance we want to change the metal color to I don't know, let's do this, and let's go to the, I know for it this works only on the metal. It doesn't work on the gems, because if you do this method and you use the aperture diffraction, it's actually not going to work correctly. But I know with the matte here in the metal, I'll go in here, add an alpha source, plug the metal in there, boom, and from here I can then start changing the hue of the thingy. Why is it not working? Oh wait, I've got the wrong thing here. Let's just delete that. I need this clip here. Add alpha node. There we go. And then I can start changing the hue. Let's say if we want a rose gold. Maybe that's too much pink. And let's say we want the shadows to be a bit darker. And maybe a very slight color boost. And we then have that there. However, the gems might still have the yellow from the yellow gold it was rendered in. So if that happens, then we have to go in and let me just call this metal and go to gems. I'm kind of showing you guys how you can make multiple colors off of one render. And I just want to drag this up. And then we go gems, or just gem. Let's bring in all these gems here. And this is video number 3. So we'll go to video 3, add alpha source, gem, boom. And then what we'll kind of do is just increase that, boom. Or actually, we need to look at specific colors. And that's the thing that I don't really know how to do in DaVinci just yet. I don't know how to look at this specific color. What did I just do? Whoops. Oh, I hit auto balance. Okay. Man, what does this thing's auto balance on? Oh no, that looks horrible. There is some other, like on these, you can start adjusting some curves. And there is a color thingy here somewhere. I don't really use DaVinci, guys, so I use After Effects for these things. It's a lot simpler, I guess. But I'm guessing it's just because I don't know DaVinci all that well. But yeah, you have your glaze. They're looking pretty nice. And yeah, I'm hoping this was useful for you guys. And if you guys have any questions, pop them in the comments. Or better yet, what we are almost done. You guys a bit of a sneak peek. So in our previous render, we kind of chatted about starting a Discord community. And I have so far started creating the Discord. So we'll have Keyshot and Blender Octane users here. Blender Octane because I'm learning that as well. And then yeah, we will have a place where you can share your renders. For some reason it's not set up. Oh, and it is set up. It's just it wants me to have everybody post. But yeah, there'll be some channels for everything here. So as soon as it's done, I'll send a link and stuff on Instagram, and I'll even add it in my YouTube description when we go live on this community thing here. And I think it's going to be an awesome place just for people to help each other out and develop their skills, get feedback, and learn new things, man. So yeah, that is it for this tutorial. Today's live is a lot shorter, but I mean, there's not much I can go into on these more. That you're gonna have to play around, get your settings. It works. It's gonna be take a bit of playing around with, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat so that we can address them. Or if there is none, then I'm gonna get back to work. Polygon, you wish you knew it before, brother. I wish I knew this like a year ago when I started trying to figure out how to get these glaze. I probably figured this out about 2-3 months ago, and I've been trying to figure out how to do this for over a year. It's actually been quite a long time. You know, a lot of us we look at some of the more popular render artists out there on Instagram, like J Models and Artpix and Dago Team and all those people, and wonder how they manage to get those nice glares, you know. And yeah, one step at a time. I'm slowly figuring it out, and as I figure it out, I'm sharing my knowledge essentially with you guys, because I know there's not a single video on the internet or a forum thing available that shows people how to do what I just showed you. I've looked. Roman, it's a pleasure, brother. Hope you have an awesome day too. But yeah, guys, if there's no other questions, then I'm gonna be heading off. So I hope you all have an awesome weekend. We should have our community up and running by next week. And keep an eye on the socials. We'll be sharing the links and stuff there. And if you're afraid you're gonna miss the stream, hit the bell icon so that you get notified. And then at least you won't miss when we do stuff like this, where we're doing some groundbreaking stuff, or maybe sometimes we're just hanging out, just working, just chatting. But yeah.